to make money today? Then listen up. I'm about to show you the top 10 used clothing items that are selling the fastest right now on eBay. These are not just vague categories. I'm talking exact styles and items that buyers are searching for and paying top dollar for right now. Whether you've got a death pile to list or you're heading outsourcing, this list is going to help you skip the slow movers and go straight to what's bringing in cash. Let's dive in. You want to know what's selling right now? We're going to cut to the chase and jump in. First top performing item on eBay are Levi's denim jackets. There's a few different styles to look for with these jackets, and one of them is what is called a type 3 jacket. You're going to be able to identify this based off of the cut. You can see those seams there that are a little bit inwards, give it a little bit of shape. Now, this particular jacket that you're looking at has considerable wear around the neck. You can see that neck is completely gone. The tag there is just about gone as well. This was listed at $250 and a best offer of $100 was accepted. It's true vintage, especially from the 70s up to the 90s with identifiable tags, whether it's silver tab or orange tab, or if it's got special features like a button front or Sherpa lining, like the jacket that we're looking at here. This is a corduroy Sherpa lined with snaps, and this one sold for $60, full asking price. Those Sherpa lined jackets are pretty consistently selling for that $40 to $50 range and high depending on the age of the item. Now, another thing that is really popular, I did mention silver tab and orange tab. Also, the big E is popular in jeans as well as jackets. This is a jacket where you can see that there is a capital E on that red tab. And many of these items with that capital E are selling for the $100 mark and sometimes substantially more. This one actually sold for a few $1,000. Just wait till you see the selling price on this one. This one sold for $2,150. And yes, that was verified on Terapeak as the sale price. If you're wondering how to identify the actual price and if a best offer is accepted or has been accepted, I do have a video where I walk you through how to do that. I will link to it somewhere up here. While we're on the topic of Levi's, that brings me to number 2 for top selling used clothing items on eBay currently. And these are Levi's jeans, especially vintage jeans, as well as classic 501s. What you're looking at is a pair of 501s. These do have a button fly, and I find that button flies do tend to sell a little bit, usually for a little bit more money. This pair of jeans was listed at $80 and sold for $60 on best offer. Jeans from the 70s are doing really well. Is a pair from the 70s, that boot cut flare leg, really unique pockets here, some unique stitching, is an orange tab item sold for $101. Baggy Levi's jeans are also another big seller when it comes to this category. This is a pair of silver tabs, like I mentioned earlier. Baggy fit. This pair was listed at $78 and it sold full asking price. Now, one thing that I want to point out here are your keywords, because that makes a huge difference when you pair an item that people are after, for example, baggy jeans, and then you go ahead and pair that up with different aesthetics that are also trending at the same time. So in the title, you're going to notice that they've not only covered the brand, the fit, the size, but they've also added in aesthetic or style keywords, grunge, skate. Those are all ways to be able to get your item in front of more buyers, the right buyers, and to be able to make more money on that item. Real quick, if you're wondering who I am, my name is LeeMeier, and I've made well over $100,000 flipping used clothes online. And now I'm on a mission to be able to help as many resellers as I can hit that $100,000 mark. Now, I've got more to show you in this list of exactly what is selling right now, but I do want to take a second to invite you to grab my free brands list, my free keywords list. I've even got a 5-day reseller bootcamp completely free.
all down in the description below this video. Back to the content.
Next top selling category are denim dresses. Yes, denim is hot right now, and there's different styles of dresses that are selling well when it comes to denim. Bodycon, ruched. This is a shirt dress with pin tucks there at the bodice. Collared. This is from Denim and Supply by Ralph Lauren. I do want to point out that it is an extra small. This one sold for $50. And again, keywords with this one. They've got the material, linen. They've got fabric, chambray. They've got those different features like pin tuck. They have that called out in their listing, the description, item specifics, title. Anywhere you can use words, you should be using words because that is how buyers search, and especially high intent buyers. Those words are high intent searches and they will bring you in more sales. This one is a white black market branded denim dress. It's got that little belt there at the waist. With this one, again, it's because denim is so popular right now, why this one sold for as much as it did. A lot of the White House black market items don't sell for too much unless you know how to use the right keywords, be able to bring in the right buyers. This one was listed at $76 and it went for $50. Another super cute denim dress, faded black, and this is from the brand Guess, a brand that I definitely recommend using caution with, being careful which items that you're sourcing. There's tag. And when I say be careful, I mean be careful to source the styles that people are after. Not just the styles, but of course, using the keywords that go along with this style. This one was on sale for $61.62, and it sold for that full sales price. Now, check out some of the keywords that they used here. Utility, that's a really good one that fits with this one. Chunk is another keyword that they used that can fit with this. Somebody who is shopping for that look, this listing is going to come up and get in front of somebody who is specifically after that style. That brings me to our next top selling used clothing item on eBay, and these are band tees. There is so much opportunity here and so many different types of items, short sleeve items from every musical genre. Now, what you're looking at is from Stone Temple Pilots, a short sleeve shirt. This was listed at $85, went for $65 on best offer. This one is a Bruce Springsteen. With a lot of these, you're going to run into made in the USA tags. This one, however, is not made in the USA. It actually says made in Venezuela. The tag here, SJ. So it does not have to be any particular brand. It's just about what is on this shirt. This one says World Tour 93. This was listed for $106, sold full asking price. Shirt from the band System of a Down. So that hand there on the front, band name across the back. This is from a brand called Delta, and it's actually made in Honduras. So another example of where it doesn't have to be made in the USA to be able to make really good money on this. This was listed at $350, and a best offer of $250 was accepted. Lots like these have been doing well for a long time now, and that's not expected to change anytime soon. Next, top selling category are athleisure or track jackets, windbreakers. This jacket happens to have a patch on it that says keep Oregon green. This is from a brand that I've never heard of before called K Brand. It is made in the USA. It sold for $76. There's all different styles of this jacket that are selling well, and you can tap into that with various brands. For example, like with this one, it wasn't a huge name, super recognizable brand like Nike. This next one is an example of a windbreaker. This one does happen to come as the full set along with the matching pants. This one is from the brand Puma, definitely a recognizable brand. This set went for $100. This one is a super basic. There's not any sort of color blocking going on with this one, although I will say that color blocking does well. It's just a super basic Nike branded windbreaker that is hooded, size small. This one sold full asking price for $60. Next, selling category on eBay are knit dresses or sweater dresses. What it's looking at is a knit dress from the brand Peruvian Connections. I'll show you the tag here in a second. This one does have a small rut there in the knitting. There is the Peruvian Connection tag. Their tag does vary. A lot of them do have a llama or alpaca icon on them. And this dress was listed for $69 and it sold for about $60. Now, of course, St. John is an amazing all around brand. If you come across this, most of these items will sell for at least 50, a lot of times 100, 200, even 300 or more dollars. What you're looking at is a two-piece set that comes with the jacket as well as the matching dress that goes underneath. This was listed at 155 and it sold for 130. This is a ribbed knit dress and the brand is Moda International. So there's the tag. This is an older Y2K era item. It is made in the USA and a size small. It was listed at $57 and it sold full asking price. And another really good example of where those keywords come into play. They've got cap sleeve, they've got mini, as well as Y2K. Next, top selling used clothing category are vintage leather or suede jackets. Now, what you're looking at actually has the Pepsi logo there on the chest. There's the back. Nothing too crazy. No huge logos going on with this one. Tag is unfortunately upside down, but it says Generation Next, sold full asking price for $70. And of course, anything suede, especially if it's got this Western look with the fringe like this one does. This is an unbranded item. It was listed for $200 and it sold for $150. And this is a vintage leather trench coat from Wilson's Leather. Check out that tag there. Definitely an old tag. Some really good keywords with this. They got the style of the coat. They also slipped in detective, spy, 60s, the decade that it's from. Yes, that's important for a keyword. This was listed at $150 and it sold for $120. Next, top selling category are what are called parachute pants. With these, they're almost all vintage, but brands are picking up on this look and the demand for it, and they are making current items that fit with this style that have a very similar look to them. With parachute pant, you're often going to see a drawstring around the ankle. You're also going to very commonly see utility style pockets. You're going to see more of a loose baggy leg. And a lot of times these pants do have nylon mixed into the material. This is a pair from The Gap. And it sold full asking price $76. This is a pair from Abercrombie and Fitch. You can see at the bottom of these cuffs, these have ties instead of the drawstring. Same concept where they can be cinched at the cuff. These also have a lot of different pockets going on, those utility cargo style pockets. And these Abercrombie and Fitch branded parachute pants usually sell for over that $100 mark. This particular pair went for $150. But even off-brand items or lower value brands are doing okay. This is from the brand Mud. It's also got a few flaws with it, including some loose seam there in the crotch. This pair went for $40. Now, one tip here is to always double check what items are listed for currently, because most of these items are listed closer to the $60 price point. So if you come across a brand like this, there's a good chance that you could get more for it. Next, selvage denim. Now, I know that we've already hit on denim, but I can tell you that it is a very popular seller among all different types of categories. But what I am talking about here is a specific type of denim of what is known as selvage. Now, I'm going to get a better picture of this for you, but it's basically denim that has a finished edge. Now, a really popular way to be able to show this is to show the cuff rolled, just like the seller has done here. What you're looking at is a pair of Levi's. This one sold for the full asking price of $140. You're going to run into selvage denim with both vintage items as well as newer items from higher value brands. Ironheart is a really good example of one of those brands. You can make out and identify that selvage denim there along the fly of those jeans. This one does have a red edge. And that red color is very common, but it can come in different colors. It may not necessarily even have a stripe like we saw with that last item, but you're definitely going to be able to tell that that edge is finished. Now, with this particular brand, there's the label for you. They do incorporate a lot of distressing, and this is a high dollar value brand. This was listed at $150 and it sold full asking price. This is a pair of jeans from Ralph Lauren. Always roll the cuffs, see if they have selvage denim. That's a dead giveaway. That is going to get you more money for these items. This one also nicely says there on the inside of the pocket, selvage denim. But you can see that finished edge there where that cuff is rolled. This one does have a few little flaws, like a hole there at the knee. It was listed for $145 and it sold for $123. Next top selling item are classic trench coats or overcoats. Now, I already showed you one trench coat before, but these are selling well when you know what to look for, specifically gabardine. Any overcoats made out of wool and vintage items with a super classic cut. This is a brand that is called Town, and it is from London Fog. Now, with this trench coat, it was listed at $65 and it sold full asking price. This is another coat from a newer brand, not vintage, but it has that trench look to it with that belt at the waist. And this one is from a brand that is called G-Star. If you haven't seen that before, this is their raw correct line by G-Star. There's that tag for you. This coat sold full asking price $95. And an example of a classic cut wool coat. This one is herringbone and it's from Pendleton. There's a Pendleton tag for you. A tag that you definitely want to be able to spot from a distance because most of these items have a pretty good resale value. This costed $200 and it went full price.
So now you know the top 10 clothing styles selling fast on eBay right now. But here's the thing, knowing the styles and items is only half of the battle. The real shortcut to faster flips is knowing the brands that buyers trust and pay up for. Up next, I'll break down the fastest selling brands on eBay right now, so you'll know exactly what labels to grab the second you see them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.